Hello, I am Test Drive and welcome to episode 63 of Forza Motorsport 2, where in this episode, I'm going to be starting out by buying a car. And it's going to be an Italian car, it's going to be a Ferrari, because I have a silly idea. So, there's this car, this 2005 Ferrari 612 Scaglietti. And it's a car that I've always, for some reason, liked in Forza games. I don't know why I like it, but it's just like a huge, massive, heavy Ferrari. But it has a V12, which is the important part. Ooh, yellow actually looks pretty good in this. There's so many colors. I might go with yellow, actually. But yeah, I need a Ferrari or Lamborghini V12, and this car came to mind, so let's put some upgrades on it because I'm racing against stuff like an Enzo and, you know, other scary fast cars. Put some wider tires on it. Try and give it as best handling as I can, which also means massive weight reduction. 3,000 pounds, not as terrible. Now I'm technically already past where I need to be on the PI scale, but I want to make this car handle as good as I can, so we'll leave it at that. And can't do a 10 turbo or anything. Sure. The Ferrari, the Enzo's gonna have a little bit more power. Actually, you know what? I'll put a little bit more in it. Somewhere around there is about where the most powerful cars are. But we shall go race, and we shall go to the rivalry face-offs, and it is Ferrari V12 versus Lambo V12, and of course those are the restrictions, and there's what I'm racing against. And we are going to Silverstone, Sunset Peninsula, Maple Valley, Mazda Raceway Laguna Seca, and Mugello. So let's get started on Silverstone. Okay, Lego. My yellow ass Ferrari. Actually, move this microphone just a hair. Hopefully, this works out. I'm not sure of how this is gonna go, but I think we'll be okay. I'm gonna hope that this car has good enough tires and everything. Also, we're on the full track of Silverstone. I think we were the last time I was on here, but I'm also used to like the middle length version, whatever it's called, the national circuit I think it is. Oh, balls! I touched the grass! Son of a bitch. Come here, Enzo. Uh-oh, don't touch your grass again, please. This F50 is too close. Ah, please, car. Uh-oh. This thing is not exactly the easiest thing to drive and win with in a race like this. I still have faith. I haven't really lost much space to the Enzo, but it's definitely a little spooky so far, even with my 50 PI advantage. Go! Draft! I might actually have him in the straights. Well, maybe not. Ooh, yeah, we're catching up. Alright. Excuse me, coming through. Okay, we're good. At least for these 5 seconds, we are good. I just have to be careful. not to go off the road, not to spin out. And I think I'll have a good time after that. Just gotta make sure that I can block the Enzo at all costs. Oh god. I think the Enzo still definitely has the upper hand here on handling, at least. I apparently do have the power though, which I'm kind of surprised about, considering I think the Enzo is lighter and I think it has more horsepower than this car currently has. Who knows? But my idea of using weird car has seemed to have paid off a little bit, at least. I'll take it. Not optimal. Yeah. As long as I keep it under control, we're good. But definitely not something that I don't have to try it all for. It does take a little bit of work. I despise this turn. I end up sliding on it a lot. Because it's just that perfect angle of like turning that if you hit the gas hard, you will slide. The good thing is, for Sunset Peninsula, I should have no issues at all. Considering most of that track is oval. Excuse me. That is a big old nope from me, sir. Or ma'am. Sorry. Sorry, Rossi. Didn't mean to do that. Obviously, drivers in the game can hear what I'm saying, but, you know. I don't like being insensitive at all. I can definitely like brake later, but it doesn't seem like it with just how heavy this car is. Nope. Ain't having that. No, thank you, Rossi. You are being a pain in my ass right now. Because you literally only have the only, like, moderately fast car, well, the fastest car, I should say, by quite a bit in the entire field. How do you feel about that? Do you feel good about being completely overpowered or compared to everybody else? Is this all you want is power? Well, I'm here to take that power away from you with a yellow 612. A car that definitely would not win in a race against an Enzo. Unless maybe you did the modifications like this to it. I don't know, Chief. This ain't it, Chief. I mean, this is it, but this ain't it, Chief. So, in random cool news, the first episode of Dirt has went up by the time that this goes out. Considering I'm recording this at 9:30 a.m. and this video is going to go out at 4 p.m. I think. So, hope you all are excited as I am for that series. I'm having a lot of fun playing it so far, so I feel like there should be at least a few of you who do enjoy it. And I feel like it's good to get something different out finally, because, I mean, to be fair, I have played random non-racing games, but for racing games, I've played through Midnight Club series, the Project Gotham Racing series for the most part, and Forza Motorsport games, and that's pretty much it. And a few other little ones here and there, but they're all simple. They're either track racing games or they are street racing games that are basically, you know, tarmac and nothing else. So I feel like getting some rally content out there is definitely going to be something a little bit different. And I am super excited to be sharing it with you. Thinking about it, I don't think I've ever actually started and completed a rally game Let's Play that actually had commentary, because on my old channel I did play through the first Dirt many years ago, but the entirety of that was without commentary. So the only other one that I can think of that I've tried to do was Rally Sport Challenge 2, which I did not finish. So I think Dirt's my first one ever. Well, it will be once I finish it, I should say. But I feel like with this channel and how things are going, I think I'll definitely have the drive to finish it compared to other games. Because I'm not going to rage quit from difficulty, probably. I don't plan to, at least. And like I said, I'm having a lot of fun playing it, so I should have no reason at all to not finish it in a somewhat timely fashion. Of course, there's a lot of other stuff that I still want to play through, but we'll get there. We'll cross that bridge whenever I get to it, basically. Because you gotta think, this game's gonna be over. If I continue one episode a day of this game, it'll be done in a little over a month, which isn't too terrible, but that also requires me to play this game constantly. Well, not really constantly. Like, honestly, I've been recording this game and then I've also been going out and spending hours and hours and hours. What was that noise? I don't know what that was. I just heard something happen in my house. I don't know what it was. Considering nobody else is home, it's a little spooky. What was I saying? I don't know. Something about finishing this game. But that's the problem with me picking up games like this, and also Dirt, as I've mentioned. Well, I think I mentioned it in the Dirt's Let's Play itself. It's going to be like 70 parts long, which isn't much time-wise, because like most of the episodes are going to be pretty short. But it's definitely going to take like 2 months at least to upload everything on Dirt. Because I don't really want to go over 2 videos a day at the moment. Unless I get like super into doing this and then I'm doing like 5 to 6 videos a day or something crazy like that, like some other Let's Players I've watched on YouTube. I don't really plan to do that, but it has a chance of happening here and there. Don't think it could be something that I could keep up for longer than maybe a few weeks at most. But I lost my train of thought. Maybe I got a Discord notification. That might have been it. On my phone. And we are done. And I shall respond to these Discord notifications. Sure. Let me get through this and then I'll start typing so I can actually not have it in the video. 40% upgrade on turbo upgrades, which this car doesn't even have an option of. And transmission to driveline. Continue on to Sunset Peninsula. What the hell was I gonna say there? Okay, let's get this started real quick. Definitely gonna have a little bit of editing to do in this episode, but it's alright. Rossi, please. Uh-oh. Didn't mean to drift through that. Please, please, please. 6 feet distance. 6 feet apart. It counts for cars too, not just people. Does the third brake light does work in this car? It just had too much glare on the window to see it before. I think this car is definitely going to shine here. I'm ready for spaghetti. Let's go. Haha, get it? Because it's an Italian car that's yellow and spaghetti's kind of yellow and Italian. Haha, haha. Funny. I know I'm funny. I'm just off the road. It's alright. I know what I'm doing. Kappa. It's been a while since I've said Kappa. And honestly, with the lack of me streaming ever on Twitch, it's kind of weird to say. Oh god. Please. Please. Oh god. This car still acts like a heavy car in some ways. It definitely gets a little understeery. I'm actually also curious of whether this car is lighter or more heavy than an Enzo. I don't know how much an Enzo weighs. Because this car is like right above 3,000 pounds now after I did the weight reduction. And Enzo, I'm not sure. It might be over 3,000, it might not. Because while it is a very high performance car, it does have some stuff and some length to it that makes it a little heavier than something like a Miata or a MR2. I don't know. I think my favorite aspect of this car is how not Ferrari it looks from the back. Besides the brake lights and the badge, this car, it's like straight on from the back. It's not very Ferrari. Honestly, this car all over isn't very Ferrari. It's kind of strange, to me at least. Because like the even the 550 and the 575 weren't too pedestrian looking. I don't know. I feel like you could slap different badges in this car and nobody would ever suspect that it was once a Ferrari. Please. I would buy a 612 Scaglietti. I like basically all of the big V12 front engine Ferraris that have existed. I don't really know much about the newer ones, besides like I think the 599 is the newest I know of. But the 612, the 575, the 550, the 456, I really actually do enjoy all of those. Even back to the 365. I mean, sure, I kind of like the 250 GTOs and stuff, but they're a little expensive if you know what I'm talking about. They're millions and millions and tens of millions of dollars. So something like this that might go for like 70 to 80 grand maybe. I don't actually know how much these 612s go for. This is a lot more reasonable in my opinion. Still way too expensive for my blood, unless I have a stupid amount of money sometime. But if I did have that stupid amount of money, I would probably buy one of these. It would be like the one Ferrari I would have. I think that these are possibly cheaper right now than 575s. Because 575 was the last one you could get with a stick shift, I'm pretty sure. These did not have the option of anything but the F1 style paddle shifter transmission, but that doesn't really bother me too much because it would be a car that I probably wouldn't try to drive all the time, and if I had the stupid amount of money to buy it, I would definitely have the stupid amount of money to try and fix it as well. I'm not going to buy one of these cars and then spend all of my money on buying the car and then have no money if it breaks. That's not how this is going to work. But it's one of the very few priced over, you know, $20,000 cars that I would probably actually try and buy. Otherwise, I have very little to no interest in cars over $20,000. Like, the only other things would be like a Cord, a 30s Cord I would buy, but again, would need a lot of money set aside for sending it to a shop to repair it. Because it's a very highly advanced technologically advanced, there we go, car from the mid-1930s. And it's gonna break. There's a lot of vacuum lines that run through it. The entire transmission is vacuum operated. So that would definitely be something that I would either A, have to learn how to fix myself, or B, pay somebody a lot of money to fix. And that is like the most expensive car that I would actually consider buying, besides like a Porsche 959. But again, Porsche 959, that's a little more expensive than a car like this. Just a little. Just, you know, a few, maybe multiple hundreds of thousands of dollars more expensive than a car like this. But I will be perfectly happy with my sub $10,000 cars that I currently have, and will also add to my collection in the future. And by add to my collection, I mean probably swap things out at some point. Right now, the only thing I really want to swap out is my Ram, because it has problems, and Rams are a dime a dozen around here, especially second gens. Otherwise, I'm pretty okay with all my other three cars. I was actually thinking last night, as I was about to go to sleep, funny story here, as I was trying to go to sleep last night, I was thinking about my Celsior that I bought, a 93 Toyota Celsior, and I was like, damn, I really like this car. But then I was thinking about the fact, like, hey, I want to like review other people's cars and review all these different cars and stuff like that. And I was like, damn, if I drive a newer LS400 or a newer LS Lexus in general, like an LS, specifically, the one I want to film the most is the Lexus LS600 HL. Like, it's the ultimate LS Lexus. And if you don't believe me, you can just watch, Doug DeMuro actually made a video of one, like, maybe a year ago now or so. Go watch that. Those cars are actually incredible. And I feel if I ever have the chance to even drive one of those, it's going to ruin me. Like, it's going to soil everything I thought of my Celsior and the first gen LS. Sure, there could be the fact that it might break a lot more and have a lot more things to break. But the driving experience is just, I don't know. I feel like it's just going to be leagues and leagues and leagues higher and better than my old LS400 and Celsior. So if I ever buy one of those, because like I want to keep my Celsior. I want to drive it. I want to see it hit 100,000 kilometers, 200,000 kilometers, 300,000 kilometers. You know, I want to put it to good use and I want to drive it all over the place. But I feel just like if I drive one of those cars, it's just going to soil me, and I'm just going to be doing nothing but looking for one to buy, and then my Celsior is going to get no love. It's kind of spooky to think about, honestly. And I don't know if there's really any other cars that could do that, at least for the cars I own right now. Because, like, I've driven 5th gen Dodge Rams, well, Ram trucks, or 4th gen, I guess, technically. And, like, they're good-ish, but all the electronic stuff kind of scares me off because it's all kind of crappy and will break. And there's nothing really that I could drive that would really replace my TC by Maserati, considering it is the ultimate TC by Maserati, besides the fact that it's, you know, a little worn down compared to others. But it's a 5-speed, it's a 16 valve, it's got the most power, it's got the best transmission out of any of the Chrysler TC by Maseratis. And I don't know, like, I like the style of the Celsior, but I also like the style of the LS600 HL. So I don't know. It's a battle that will be fought sometime in the future, I'm sure. Because I'm sure because of me having the Celsior and also LS400 and stuff, there will be people who have certain newer LS cars that would let me review them at some point in the future, even if it's not anytime soon. I'm sure it will definitely probably happen, and I don't know. It's weird, Chief. This ain't it, Chief. I don't want to let them ruin me from my Celsior, but I also really want to experience them. And that's my boat right now. That's my boat and I'm sticking to it. But there we go. There's the end of our second race. I've been doing good at keeping this car out of walls so far, which is nice. I haven't had any damage to fix. We're level 42 now. And we have, Koenigsegg's to buy. Very nice. I'm going to have to do that because I don't want my gamer score to end. I think right now it's 666, isn't it? Oh, no, it got, I forgot. So when I reached level 40, I got a 40 gamer score achievement. But before that, my gamer score was exactly 666. Which was great, except for the fact that it ends on a number that's not 5 or 0. Alright. Third race. Also, we have 5 races in this series, which is more than any other race series I've done so far in this game. We're starting to get into the big boy events. Or big person events. whichever you may desire to say on that. But yeah, going back to the whole thing I was talking about at the end of the last race with cars ruining me, soiling me from cars I own, I think the only thing that could soil me on my Ram is driving another Cummins, like a Cummins 6-speed, just 2500 Ram. But honestly, I don't even care because that's what I want. I want one of those. I will take one if I can find one that's at a good price and also in not rusted out condition like my current Ram is. I say it's rusted out, but like the bottoms of the doors have rust holes and the underside of it is decently rusty. But otherwise, the cab's actually in great shape. The front fenders are in good shape. The bed's in mostly good shape, other than the passenger side, I think. Somebody ran into something over the rear wheel well, and it left a few dents, and there's a little bit of rust there. But otherwise, it's not terrible. But I'd still like one that has no rust in the doors and less rust underneath. It's weird because, like, everything from the frame down is rusty underneath. But the bottom of the cab is actually in perfect condition. Like, there's not even surface rust on it. Which is crazy to me. But I guess, just the difference in types of metals, and also maybe there was undercoating or something. But, I don't know. It's definitely interesting. And considering that's my winter vehicle, it's only going to get worse. Especially if I keep it through this winter, which I might at this point, I don't know. With my current income and whatnot, it might stay, or, you know, I might trade it for a cheaper front-wheel drive car or something like a Saturn or a Civic or a Cobalt or something. Not a Cobalt, a Cavalier. I don't think I'd buy a Cobalt unless it was like a Turbo SS, and even then I don't know if I'd buy it. But something that's cheaper on gas and cheaper to insure and stuff like that would definitely be alright. But who knows? Depending on how my income goes, I may just be selling the Ram and not getting another vehicle after it, and just using my Celsior to drive through the snow. Which would work, because I know for a fact that my LS400 drove through like 8 inches of snow with absolutely no issues. So I'm going to assume that the Celsior would probably be the same way. And I'm not even gonna like say anything but good about like the traction control on the LS400, because it didn't really do anything whenever I was driving it around except for stop me from doing donuts in snow. That's like the only thing it did. But we'll see. Again, we'll cross that bridge whenever I get to it and see how I'm doing by the month of like November or December. Hopefully it's a little bit better, but you never know. With the way 2020's going, I wouldn't be surprised if anything happens. The part is scary coming this way. It's a lot of downhill and a lot of opportunities to just start sliding and never stop sliding. And jump. Slow down. Trying to think of other IRL car things to bring up and talk about. Kind of drawing a blank though. I guess I could talk about the fact that also while thinking of cars to film while trying to sleep last night, I decided that I don't really have a preference on what kind of vehicle I want to film. For the most part, I say that I want... Let me take a thumbnail photo. I say that I want good conditioned vehicles or like low mileage or whatever. Otherwise, I can't like... Oh, wait. Rotate. No. Oh, wait. Oh, I can use that. Oh, that's interesting. But if I do that, nope, that's the same thing. Zoom, spin. Oh, it's this. Oh, there we go. Haha. Figuring out how to use the use the camera in this game after playing it for who knows how many hours. All right. But yeah, I can't really put my finger on a type of vehicle that I would want to film for reviews on my other channel, because I look at literally everything. Like, I'm like, oh, I want to film a 612 Scaglietti. I want to film a Chevrolet Captiva. I want to film a Eagle Vision. Like, I know no bounds of what kind of cars I want to film. Like, I will film your base model Chevy Cobalt. I will film a Civic. You know, anything, basically. Mark IV Supra, Mark III Supra, R33 Skyline. You know, the list does not stop, ever. Like, I will have cars to film for the entirety of the rest of my life that are going to be different from every other car that I filmed. So, it's, yeah. It's definitely interesting. Specifically, I was thinking about Eagle Visions because I saw a post about one. I was like, damn, I want to film a Eagle Vision, aka the weird version of the first generation LH Chrysler vehicle. The one that nobody remembers because nobody remembers Eagle. And then, of course, I had to look up on Facebook Marketplace, and I was like, I wonder if there's any for sale around me. And while it wasn't really around me, in Chicago, there was a Eagle Vision TSI, which is the higher spec version, like basically like the Intrepid ES of the same year. It was like a 95, I think. And it did have kind of higher mileage. It was at like 171,000, but it was in really good shape on the outside, and it looked like it had been cared for very well. And it was only $2,100, I think. So like, I would fucking buy that if I could. If I felt like I could buy a car that was $2,000, it would be in my driveway right now. I don't even care about it having 171,000 miles. Because I have a goal to, at least at some point, own every single different version of the Chrysler LH car, which means for the first gen you have the, oh god, you have the LHS, the Concorde, the New Yorker, the Eagle Vision, and the Dodge Intrepid. And for second gen you have the 300M, Intrepid, and Concorde, and LHS. I will own every single one of those. It doesn't have to be all at the same time, but I will absolutely own one of each at some point in my life. And the Vision is probably going to be the one I care the most about. I don't know why, but I do love Eagle Visions. Sure, I would love to have a Chrysler 300M Special and a Dodge Intrepid RT as well, but I don't know. The Eagle Vision just does something for me. Specifically the TSI, and if I could find one with like 60,000 miles or lower, I would be all over it, honestly. I just realized this car revs up to 9,000 RPM. Actually a little over because the red line's at 9,000, but the tach actually goes a little bit further before it hits the red line, or the rev limiter, I should say. But yeah, if you're wondering about my priorities with cars to buy in real life, that's basically a look into my mind right there. It's like, damn, I want every single front-wheel drive automatic sedan from Chrysler from the 90s to the 2000s. That's just how it be sometimes. No FCA allowed though. There's like one FCA vehicle, well I guess technically kind of two I guess, that I actually don't mind and would possibly buy. And that is the new Jeep Wrangler, the Jeep Gladiator, which I would love to have a Jeep Gladiator. Like, I don't know what it is about them. I just love the idea of the Jeep Gladiator. And if they were a little cheaper, I'd probably have one in my driveway right now. Because I was trying to buy a manual transmission Nissan Frontier, but sadly those are no longer available as new because they stopped making them. They only make automatics now, which kind of sucks. But I would absolutely buy a 6-speed like base model Gladiator. I would have bought one too because I was actually like, I had a loan and everything ready when I was trying to buy that Frontier, but it didn't work out. So we're at level 4, almost level 5. 10% discount on tire upgrades, tire compound. But yeah, those are the two FCA vehicles I actually care about at the moment that are new. But let's go to the next race at Laguna Seca. This should be interesting. Alright, let's go. But yeah, my taste in cars knows no boundaries at all. Like, there's definitely cars that I look for more and prefer, technically. Like, if you were to put two in front of me, I would pick a certain car. But, honestly, if I could have both, I would. Excuse me, I'm coming through, by the way. Like, I want a 2010 Ford Fusion Sport all-wheel drive, and I've wanted one of those since I was a kid. Well, I guess I could technically call myself a kid back in 2009 or 2010, whenever that DLC for Forza 3 came out. But, like, this just, I don't know. It's everything from mundane family sedans to cars like this. Just ridiculous, off-the-wall. I mean, this car's not even that ridiculous, honestly. The 612 is, like, one of the least ridiculous Ferraris, considering it's 4-seater, front-engined, you know, not a mid-engine 2-seater 355 or something. But, yeah. It knows no boundaries. And that's why I try and work hard, because I want to own these cars. Honestly, getting the chance to film a review video of a lot of them will definitely suffice my needs. But there's also the fact that I just look at things and I'm like, damn, I want that. And then I'm probably just going to end up buying it if I have the money in the future. That's kind of the way it goes. It's like, if I had money, I would just look at something online and be like, damn, I want that. And it could be anything. And I will go out and buy it as long as I have the space to do so with. Because, like, I have 4 cars now, which is definitely more than enough. Well, 3 cars and a truck. But the thirst never stops. Never, ever, ever, never, never, ever. I also want to travel, and I want to... I'm going to shut my phone off so it doesn't go dead while I'm doing this. For some reason, I left it unlocked. But I want to travel. Most specifically, traveling-wise, I want to take road trips. Like, I don't want to hop on a plane and go to some tourist spot in Florida or something. I want to drive to that tourist spot in something that I own. That's just the way it's gonna be, pretty much. I want to drive to every state in the U.S. with a specific car, which is right now my Celsior. That's the car I want to drive all over the entire U.S. But I don't know. All of this just motivates me to create things and hopefully be at the level one day where I can actually afford to do this stuff. This hasn't been bad so far, but you always gotta strive for more. Well, unless you don't strive for more, which there are people like that, where they have a certain thing and certain like level and they're completely happy with that. But me, on the other hand, I have a I guess insatiable lust is the correct phrase to use there for all of these things that I've talked about. Buying cars, traveling, road trips. I need it. I need it. That's as simple as it is. And I'm going to get there by playing... by specifically uploading this video of a race series that's a little more than halfway through in Forza Motorsport 2. This is what's helping me out. This is what's going to make me right here. I know it's not, but it doesn't help. I mean, it doesn't help. It doesn't hurt. That sounded almost really condescending if I would have stayed with it doesn't help. Oh, God. Can you tell it's 10 a.m.? Because it's 10 a.m., by the way. Also, this is long, by the way. We still have one more race left to do after this. And at the end of this race, we're going to be... Well, towards the end of this race, we'll be at 50 minutes. It'll be a little bit longer than the last episode, I think. Which was ever so slightly over an hour. It was an hour and 1 minute. I'm pretty sure. But to anybody who's actually still watching this far in this video, which thank you so much if you are, you can watch me suck and almost spin out. Go before Rossi catches up. That didn't really work out. Hello, Rossi. Rossi. But, all I gotta say to anybody who's listening to this and is like, damn, kinda me too. It's like, just find something you like, anything you like, and just work at it. And never stop working towards the things that you want. I mean, don't overwork yourself, of course. Make sure that you're doing it, not necessarily safely, but I guess safely is kind of a word for that. Don't stress yourself out about it. But always remember your goals. And the best way to do it is to find something that you like, do some research on it, figure out how you can make that work out for yourself, and just go at it. You will reach your goals one day. Trust me. If you continuously work hard, you will reach your goals. But of course, that requires all of the actual work to be put into it. You can't just sit back and relax and things will happen. That's not how it's going to work. Like, and the thing that makes me the most proud out of anything, like I've literally had tears in my eyes because of this, is people that I know. My nose itches. Ugh. But people that I know succeeding with the things that they want to do in their life. Like specifically people I know who do stuff like this, car videos or let's play videos of games on the internet or streaming racing games or whatever. It makes me, out of everything that possibly could make me happy, that is the thing that makes me the happiest, is seeing people succeed. Specifically people that I've grown up with, people that I've known for 7 or 8 years. Like specifically Mr. OHD and Rhino GT4, and there's a few other people around, but those are the 2 names you're probably going to recognize out of any of the names that I give you. And they are the people that, they inspire me. Like, through all these breaks and stuff that I've had, they've been continuously working at it, and it's shown because they're success, or they're getting success from what they love, and it makes me extremely happy, more than even my own success makes me, to see people like them successful. I'm about to make myself cry talking about this, but fuck it. I have things to say, and I want to say them at the 53-minute mark in a video that probably nobody's going to see this for this long. But I don't know. But I like to think also with that there's people out there that think the same of me, and that definitely keeps my drive going and makes me just want to do the best that I can. It's not really about letting anybody down, but it's proving people right that you can be successful off of the things that you love, and also the things that they enjoy seeing you doing. And it's just, I don't know. I don't know what my point exactly is with this, but just know that there's somebody out there rooting for you. I always try, and even if I don't make it to hardly any like streams or videos that these people put up anymore, I pop in when I can, and every time that they post something about, hey, we had, you know, a concurrent viewership of this, and it's higher than usual, or something like that, I'm always there to congratulate them, because it really does make me happy. So to those of you out there, I know that the people I'm talking about are never going to see this, but to those of you out there, never stop. Always work. Well, always work towards your goals. There we go. Doing something you love, and you will, like, as long as there's a way to be successful at the thing that you're doing, you will be successful at it in one way or another. It's just kind of the way the world works. Like, there's going to be hiccups. There's going to be things working against you at all times. Specifically, in my case, fucking YouTube and Twitch and everything else. But I'm not letting that stop me, and you shouldn't let it stop you either. You will be successful. You will, you know, get the things that you want in life. It's just, you also got to remember that it takes time. No matter what you do, it will take time. Nothing is instantaneous in this world, but, you know, it will take time and effort and work. But the good thing is that, like, this right now, this is technically effort, but I don't feel like it's effort, because I'm just sitting here talking while playing a video game that I enjoy, driving a car in that video game that I enjoy driving, and I'm having a fantastic time right now. So your dreams can be reality. Just gotta keep your drive up, and make sure that, you know, pay attention to your mental health too. That's a big thing in this too. If your brain's like, man, it's time to take a break from this shit, then just take a break. Nobody's gonna fault you for it, except for YouTube. But again, that's slightly besides the point. Just I don't know, just keep working at it, and you'll get there. Do something you enjoy, and success will come your way. And that has been my TED Talk for today, August 18th, I think today is. Is it the 18th? Maybe the 19th? I don't know. I think it's actually the 18th. I think. I don't know. But well, thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I very much appreciate it. It's funny because it was just basically this race that I've talked about this in. It wasn't a continuation of the last race's stuff. Oh, kind of. But not the main points of what I'm trying to get at here. But yeah, I like to be uplifting. It makes me happy whenever I can make somebody feel better because of my words. I always try and help people out, and because if there's anything I think I can see in this world, it's how to make somebody feel maybe slightly better about what they're doing or who they are or whatever. And I definitely try my best. Even though I don't know the best words for it, I always try my best to make those people known that, you know, what they're doing isn't a waste or whatever. So I wish I could do it for everybody, but I just simply do not have the time for that. Definitely though, if I have any of my friends that are feeling down, definitely try and help them out. But there we go, there's that done. So we have one more race left to do after this. And they're 51 grand. I don't know why I keep going through that. It doesn't change. I think I'm gonna have no worries. Hey, we reached maximum level. No worries about reaching level 45 before I run out of events to do, hopefully. I'm just hoping so for the most part. But yeah. We shall continue on to the final race at Mugello. And we shall go ahead and get started on this. There's a car back there, actually. I was debating on using, which is the Lamborghini Diablo, the yellow one right there. The GTR, I think it is. I was heavily thinking about using it for this, but I was like, man, 612. And 612 was, of course, what I went with. I'm happy with my choice, though. Go with your heart, and you'll never be disappointed by your choices. That's another thing. I'm just being all sorts of motivational towards the end of this event. Trying to be, at least. Oh, God. And this is coming from someone who's, like... I guess I could consider myself mildly successful with the stuff that I do online. But I see a spark of something that, as long as I keep working towards it, it will get better and better and better the more I work for it. And that's the way I look at it, at least. Like, my content isn't even super interesting in the main scheme of things. I make car review videos, and I make gaming Let's Play videos. Not the most viral worthy stuff, but I'm not looking for something to just get viral and then be over with. I'd love to have something go viral, trust me, but it's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get a steady, consistent, just consistency is what I'm trying to go for here. And that's been honestly how everything has gone so far for me. It's been just completely consistent for the most part. Of course, there has been gains since the beginning, but it's consistent gains. It's not like, I mean, besides that one time that Tyler Hoover showed my video on his video, that was the only time that I got like a major amount of attention in like one day. But for the most part, otherwise, it's just been consistently growing, which I'm honestly okay with, because consistency is a lot more reliable than something going viral. If something goes viral, the chances are, especially if it's, you know, one of a very few videos that you have on your channel or something, or one of few things that you have on the internet that can be viewed, or I don't know what I'm saying, something like that. You could probably get what I'm talking about. I lost my train of thought. Oh, there's a chance that people are going to watch that and they're not going to see anything else from your videos. But the thing about consistency is, and just continuously uploading, and uploading whatever you feel like, is that over time, you will have videos. No matter what you're uploading, somebody will find their way to your videos, and they will subscribe to your YouTube channel, or follow your Twitch, or whatever. And that one person may continue watching for years and years and years to come. I've seen a lot of people who have viral stuff and then like they get a ton of subscribers from it or something, and then the next time they upload a video, it doesn't do anything. So in my eyes, consistency will win out in the long run. And of course, with consistency, you definitely want to try different things. You want to keep your content interesting. But if you're not, you know, just suddenly shooting up in subscribers and views, it's okay, basically. Because it is your content in the end of the day. You choose what you put in a video or on a stream on the internet. If people don't like it, that's their problem. It's not your problem. And I think that might be my final talking point of all that stuff. Just is, do what you want. Success will come your way. Be consistent. Also, success will come your way if you are consistent. And have fun with what you're doing, no matter what. I'm going to put a... Okay, I'm not going to say what I was about to just say, but just have fun with what you're doing. That is the most important thing I can tell people. Like, if you see something on YouTube, it's like, hey, man, this Minecraft game is really really popping off on YouTube or whatever, and you don't like Minecraft or something like that, don't play it. Don't force yourself to do things for the internet that you don't want to do. Because at the end of the day, your mental health and your happiness is the most important thing in your life. If you can't have either of those things, you're not going to have a good time. You're not going to have a good life at all. So, that has been my motivational speaking for the day. And we shall just finish up this race, talk about who knows what else, and we'll call it good. I'm probably not going to record another episode, specifically because I need to be around for my premiere of my first dirt video, because it's premiering in roughly an hour and 40 minutes. And I'd like to get this video edited and uploaded before then. Well, not uploaded maybe, but edited and exported before then. So... yeah, I might record more dirt later. I might record more of this later. I don't know. Whatever I feel like after the premiere of the dirt video, basically. Oh god, that really slowed me down. Last thing I'm going to touch on was the last point I made about doing what makes you happy. That's why I play racing games. If I wanted views, I would go for who knows what else in gaming. I'd go for brand new games and make drift builds or whatever. But here I am, sitting at the 1 hour something mark of a random event in Forza Motorsport 2, driving a silly-ass car in a silly-ass color on an old game, and I am the most happy I could be right now. So, case in point, be happy, do what makes you happy. Always think about the possibilities of what you could also do to make you happy. And, of course, getting some return off of it isn't the worst thing either. So, I just want you to think about that. And just live your life. Live your life how you want to. Because sadly, this world doesn't quite work in the way of just, you know, you being able to sit around, do whatever you like, and, you know, not gain something from it. Capitalism sure is a thing, and it's not going away anytime soon, I don't think. And you definitely have to be on the lookout of ways you can support yourself, basically. Even if you're not looking to make millions of dollars or something, just you gotta think about it at least a little bit. Be mindful of what you can do to keep yourself afloat. Because, like, after I've been on YouTube for 10 years, 11 years, almost 12 years now, if there's one thing I've learned is that thinking about the return on investment that you make is not a bad thing. There's a lot of people that, oh, don't go in it for the money, you'll be disappointed, which is true, because you're not going to get money right away off of doing something like this. There's no way, unless you manage to have a viral video and then have, you know, every other video that you make go similarly viral. There's no way you're going to instantly be making more than nothing off of YouTube for a while after you start. Some people get lucky. They take, you know, less than a year even sometimes to be able to make okay money off of YouTube. But for the most part, you should expect it to take years. It's taken me 10 years, 11 years almost, I've been doing this, and I still don't make enough to technically live on. I make enough to where I can pay some bills, and thankfully I still have a roof over my head that I don't have to necessarily pay for, so I'm kind of lucky in that regard. But definitely work on it and then start thinking about, hey, how can I get a return on investment on this? Because obviously you invest in anything that you do. But it makes sense to think about, hey, you know, even just like, hey, I could pay for my phone bill with this because I'm using my phone as a camera, or my Xbox I use to record games, or, you know, a computer, whatever. You can always think about ways you can get your return on investment. And it's never a bad thing to think about. But just don't expect it to be quick. That's the only thing I can say. Hard work will pay off, but it's not instantaneous. But anyways, there we go. I have all gold in rivalry face-offs, which is fantastic. Got an achievement for it. I guess I could actually look at the achievement. I didn't think to open it beforehand. Achieve a gold medal in every career rivalry face-off event. And there we go. About halfway to level 43. Should be at level 44 and 45 fairly quickly, which will be nice. But thankfully, this is finally over. I got the 2003 Pagani Zonda number 17 Car Sport America GR. Whatever that is. Got 75,000 credit bonus. And 304,000 credit bonus for completing all of the rivalry face-off events, which is very nice, even though I don't know if I'm actually going to even use all this money in the end now, because I have like 2.5 mil. And there's the Pagani that we got, 602 horsepower, blah, 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 blah. And that's it. So we have all of the races done there. Everything up to there has been done. Next up, we'll be taking on some more regional championships and factory spec races. But for now, thank you all so much for watching, and I shall see you in the next episode.